You really do have the power to mold your destiny, especially in a town like Los Angeles, but you have to be open to doing some unexpected things along the way.
I'll add one extra question. If somebody who wants to have a career in this industry were to come to you and say, what advice do you have for me? Is there anything that sticks out to you as they need to know this?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say, Los Angeles is kind of like the city of possibilities. I think so many people come to Los Angeles because they're a dreamer and they have lofty ambitions. So I think a very powerful word when it comes to pursuing, your dreams is yes. And some of those yeses will not be exactly what you're wanting to do, but those yeses, saying yes to such and such opportunity will lead, to many other branches on the tree of opportunity. So I would say that the power of yes is limitless in a town like Los Angeles. And I would say perseverance and patience. Because these sorts of opportunities do not happen overnight. But also having a high level of preparedness for any possible situation. And then I think it's taken a lot of failure for me to be where I am currently. I have messed up so many scenarios and situations and musical, things, but they've all taught me important lessons. And I plan to fail some more to get to the next level. I really built my career from the ground up, and all of these things that kind of seem insignificant at first, but they all led to me doing the things that I'm doing today. And the very first thing that I played in when I came to California was fourth chair bassoon in a community band, which is very humbling. But nobody knew me. I wasn't getting hired to play in professional ensembles. It took me a year before I played in the Golden State Pops Orchestra. Because I was called to sub there, and then you guys got stuck with me for 10 years.
Yeah, right.
But every opportunity leads to another opportunity. So you can't be. I felt like I came to Los Angeles with a high level of experience and pedigree. But until somebody knows who you are and trusts your level of artistry and craftsmanship, you need to be prepared to do whatever it is that you have to do in order to prove yourself. And I was not too humble not to play in community bands for the first year of my life here in California. And I wouldn't go back for a moment.
First chair horn player for many years in town, James Thatcher. I went and conducted, and Victor Pezzavento was helping with the performance with Italian Singers Concert in Founders Hall at the Orange County Performing Arts Center. We walk in, Vic is a horn player, and he sees James Thatcher sitting there. And he goes up to James Thatcher and goes, what are you doing playing this concert, for this singer that, very good singer, but it's nobody that James Thatcher would have known. And James Thatcher looked at him and goes, how do you think I became the #1 horn player? I play.
Yes, exactly.
He said, if I'm available, I play.
Absolutely.
And you talked about the choices you make and where it ends up. You brought up the Golden State Pops. Well, when I started that in late 2001, it officially started in 2002. But when I was talking to my wife about it, the whole motivation was I had nothing behind me to say, I want to do this, and have most organizations at the level I'd like to be say, whatever you'd like, Steve, that's what we'll do. I thought, but if I start my own group, then yes, I have to deal with the growing pains of building the group, but I get to do it my way. And obviously there's been a lot of collaborations. Vic has worked with me on it and everything, but we do it the way that we want it to be. But now I look back and I realize the choice of doing that, even though that was my motivation, I can actually say almost every job that I've gotten in conducting since then has been directly or indirectly connected to the Golden State Pops. You suddenly realize how, you know, the intention sometimes ends up being something very different. So you have to be, as you're saying, open-minded.
Some of my most memorable experiences as an LA freelancer in that orchestra, I can point to several, you know. But yeah, it's you really do have the power to mold your destiny, especially in a town like Los Angeles. But you have to be open to doing some unexpected things along the way.
Thank you for watching. For more great videos, subscribe to the Maestro Fox YouTube channel. To learn more about the Maestro, visit StevenAllenFox.com.